So this is a different type of video. You don't really get these from me very much. Every once in a while. So let's take this in and let's just I guess experience. It's Friday night. It's 9:24, and this is already feeling like an iconic video. I am pretty tired. I want to say insanely tired, but I don't want to scare you. And hopefully my windshield is kind of dirty. It's kind of dirty. I like the straight on look though. I like the straight on. It's pretty cool. I'm cutting a windshield wiper cleaner is the problem, you see. No wiper fluid. But hey, that's something I can get now. That's something I need, and I can actually afford that. Yeah, I can. That's really cool. I've been so poor lately. It's just been like working really hard and like trying to, yeah. But I want to say hard work pays off, because I was really like, I don't know how I'm going to do this. But then I kind of felt like it was okay. Just go and do it anyway. Just try anyway. And I thought I had like $200 to make in like just a couple days. And DoorDashing doesn't really bring you that much money that quickly. If you're lucky, you can make $200 in 2 days. But that's like all day dashing and getting good orders. And plus you got to factor in gas and food. And it's just not really that doable. So needless to say, that's what I thought I had to work for, and I've been grinding hard, bros. Sorry for the dirty windshield. Anyway, it's just gonna have to be a thing. It just is what it is, you know. But I'm gonna be taking you guys over the Bay Bridge. You're going to go over the Bay Bridge, over the Chesapeake Bay. You guys even know about the Chesapeake Bay? Well, if you don't, it's a big bay. It ain't no little rinky-dinky bay, and the Chesapeake Bay Bridge ain't no little rinky-dinky bridge. It is a big bridge, a huge bridge. You guys don't even know. For you guys who don't know, you don't even know. You don't even know what you're missing. You don't even know what you're missing. But, yeah, so I thought I had like $200 to make in like just a couple days, and I was like, because one of the things was my insurance, and my insurance was going to lapse, and I was like, and the other thing was my E-ZPass bill, which is a demon from the past. I got so far behind in my E-ZPass, like over the past year or so. I got like, oh my gosh, I went like deeper than you can comprehend, overdue, and high balance. And it took the movement of heaven and earth to get it paid off. I'm not kidding. I'm not exaggerating. It was literally like insane. Anyway, you guys don't want to hear me tell my story too much tonight, probably. I don't want to ruin this vibe and the ambiance. It's so nice. I'm dubbing over the vibe of the night, my stories. But I had this E-ZPass to pay, my insurance, which was going to get cut off at any time, and I thought I had about 100 and some to pay on E-ZPass. I'm just like, dude, I gotta get this done, and this is a real due date. Like, if my insurance cancels, I can renew it and it'll be fine. But this, on the other hand, if you don't pay these $6 fees, they become $28 fees a piece. And I had $100 worth of $6 fees. So each one of those $6 fees was gonna become like a $400 bill basically. And I'm just like, dude, no, I can't do that. So insane, right? Or $500. Can you imagine like $100 to $500? Like, that's just unfathomable. So that you can see the intensity with which I was using and working to make sure I got that taken care of and paid. So out of curiosity, I was like, well, I'm nervous, but I'll call my insurance just to find out how long I have. And I was thinking I had like a day or two. Like, hopefully not a day, because that's like a freaking grind, but, you know, maybe more than that. And they're like, it's actually not due until next Friday, so more than a week away. I was like, oh my gosh, yes! I mean, it's due, it's past due, but like, it won't, my insurance won't get shut off until next Friday. So I was like, oh my gosh, I got that much time, yes! Now I could just focus on easy pass. Okay, let's go. So I was going, grinding so hard, working so hard, just not making the money. And today I ended up eventually pretty much making the money, pretty much. And you know, along the way, some crazy stuff happened. Like, I noticed I had a screw in my tire. And let me tell you, when you don't have a lot of money to spare, when you really don't have any money to spare, problems with your tires can be really frightening. And I am still paying for 2 of my tires that I bought on credit, and I'm trying to get that done. This is turning all into about money. But anyway, it's painting a picture. Stay with me. It's better. It's a good story. It's a good story. This is a happy ending story, also known as a happy ending. Right? Happy ending. So I've had some severe stress and anxiety related to my tires because of not having to. It started not the last 2 tires that I got, like that I bought together, but the 2 tires before that. I borrowed money from my cousin, and I just felt bad about doing that. I felt terrible about doing that, but I needed it, and he was willing to help me. And I did pay him off. I did pay him back, and it's just everything about the tires has been so stressful. And then, like I said, I'm still paying for 2 of them. And then I got a flat tire like 3 weeks ago on the way to church, like trying to give my good buddy a ride to church, and I get a flat tire, just like nuts, crazy times, and crazy town. It's compound crazy if you're counting. Compound crazy. Yep, here we go. We're about to go over the Bay Bridge, you guys. Yeah, buddy. That's what all these lights up here are. All these little gates on the side of the road. They're like, you will not use this lane or you'll have a seriously destroyed car. I don't know if you can see these arms. Look at these arms. Them suckers will wipe you out, dude. If you run into them, it's bad news, man. You ain't coming back. Well, actually, I don't think they're that strong. I think they're designed to kind of fall apart if you hit them, because otherwise they're just decapitators. And like, how would that be good? That would just be horrible, right? That would be totally horrible. Horrible. Right? Anyway, we're not going to worry about that because nobody's hitting those. We're going to pray that nobody ever hits those, really, or gets seriously injured. But yeah, here we go. We're about to get on the bridge. So yeah, about the tires, like all that stuff's happening, and I find out I have a screw in a tire today, and I've got I've gone through, I drive a lot. I drive a lot, okay? Let me put something in perspective for you. I bought this car used. It's a 2008. I bought this car from my Aunt Joyce, my great aunt. So sweet, so loving, so kind. She gave me a great deal, $1,000 for this car, and it had like low miles, like lower than dirt low, lower than the dirt of the dirtiest ground low. That dude is a psycho. I can't believe that guy just came through there on their motorcycle. Psycho. That's not even funny. The dude scared the crap out of me. I would not want to be doing that, buddy. You scared me that bad, and I'm the one in a safe car. You're the one loose on a motorcycle on a bridge. That's crazy. You should be less dangerous, dude. Anyway, that scared the crap out of me. So all of this stuff's happening. I've been, shelling out money for these tires, and I drive so much, so I'm going through them left and right. And I don't have the money to get them constantly rotated or balanced correctly, so they're not wearing quite correctly. And I am trying. I'm getting there. I'm working on it. I'm making progress. And that's the takeaway. I mean, it's not the way I want it, but I'm making progress. I honestly am. And so I'm happy about that. You got to be happy about progress. Because things aren't perfect. Things are not perfect. We're currently over the Chesapeake Bay right now. we're about to come up to the highest point, which is about, it's not like 200 feet in the air. It's not like 200. It might be about 200, actually. I don't know. I heard it was 200, but I don't think it's 200. I think it's like 100 something. I don't know. Maybe 100. I don't know. I don't know how high it is. It's like 100 feet, at least 180 feet. It's high, okay? It's high. When you look down at the water from this point, you're like, dang, that's a long way down. That's how it is. If you jumped off the bridge from this high, it would take you probably a solid 3 seconds until you hit the water. And that's a long time when you're falling. 3 seconds. 1,000. 2, 1,000. 3, 1,000. Okay, probably not 3, but that's still, it's a long way, man. Okay, here we are, highest point right now. That was the highest point. That was the highest point of the bridge. So you can see how long this bridge is. Shoot, you know I wasn't playing. I never play. You know what I mean? So all this stuff about the tires, I've been shelling out money left and right. Got to borrow money from my cousin. Got to put these tires on credit. Blah blah blah. Get a flat tire. Taking my friend to church and like put the tire goes flat on the way to church. I'm in my suit and everything on the side of the road, getting down and dirty with my hands, getting my hands all black and dirty. Getting my nice pants on the gravelly road, trying to fix this tire. And put a donut on. Put the donut on, and I drive, and the donut goes flat. Tire goes flat. Put the donut on. Donut goes flat. Like, are you kidding me, bro? It was a bad day. It was a rough day. But things got so much better. Turns out the donut was just degenerated. It was too old, and the car's from 2008. Oh yeah, I was telling you how much miles I got on the sucker. I'm all over the place because I'm tired, but. I got this car for $1,000 and it only had like 29,000 miles on it. Like 30,000 miles 2 years ago. About 2 years ago, I think. At least 2, maybe 3, possibly 3, maybe 2. I don't know how long I've had this car. Anyway, I got it with 30,000. It's got 158 right now. That's how many miles I put on this bad boy. So you know I've been going through some tires like left and right, no kidding. So it's actually not so bad. I've actually not been going through tires as badly as you would actually think. But long story short, that flat tire was flat, no coming back. Pumped it up, went right flat again, like broken flat. Like when that tire went flat, I was like, something ain't right with this tire. This tire is trash. And so I put the donut on. The donut falls apart. Right. I'm like, dude, I'm trying to get to your house, but this is what's happening. He's like, dude, and I'm like, I was a mile away from his house. He's like, dude, just drive over here. And I was like, all right, man. So I'm driving real slow on the highway. My donut's like dying. My donut's like hanging on for life support. It's like, why are you doing this to me? I'm like, sorry, I don't have a choice, bro. This is what you were built for. No, you're living your life's purpose right now, and you're fulfilling it as you die. You're living and bleeding your life's purpose right now. You're dying your purpose out right now. Donut, so thank you. I think I'm going to get I think I'll buy a real donut from like Dunkin' Donuts soon to celebrate a more positive donut-related experience. No offense to my broken donut. Anyway, so get there to this house, and we're freaking out and everything. I'm like, oh, well, what the heck? What am I going to do? Blah, 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 blah. All this kind of stuff. He gives me a donut. Oh, yeah. He lets me borrow his donut. And I'm trying to remember. Yeah, he let me borrow his... Oh, wait. Oh, I left my car at his house. And he drives me home, which he wasn't supposed to, but he did anyway, which was helpful. And it was great. It was great. My sister hooks me up with the hookup of the hookups. And I'm like, she's like, yo, I heard you had a bad day. I was like, yeah. She's like, if you go to Seaford, you can use tires for $40. I was like, what? My uncle already gave me well, you can buy a tire for cheap, but it ain't on the rim. How are you going to get it on the rim? I'm like, ha. I don't have any money. I'm dying. I don't have any money. Okay, I don't have any money. Okay, sorry. And but anyway, I go to the place with my mom's van. She lets me borrow it, get the tire. Find out it's not just a tire. Dude, they put it on the rim. They put it on the rim for me. I was like, are you kidding me? $40. I was like, dog, you're getting a tip. I was just so happy. So I have, long story short, in the past month, I have debunked the tire mystery. So even though I got a straight up screw stabbed into one of my newer tires in the back, stabbed into the tire, a screw, not a nail, a screw. I say that because it's much worse than a nail. For some reason, it just is. You know. Yeah, we're off the bridge now. We're on the eastern shore of Maryland. Yeah, eastern shore. Countryside, for you guys who don't know. yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this video. Might be enjoyable. It's enjoyable for me to make. I think it would be enjoyable if I was interested, or if someone was interested enough in watching it. And like stories, or like just chilling and like hearing stories. I like telling stories. I do. The cool thing about my stories, though, they're true. That's the best part. I think that's the best part. I mean, that's a really cool part about my stories. They are all true. Absolutely, they are all true. That's pretty cool. That's you can't always say that. Not everybody can say that. Some people definitely can't say that. Some people can't say that like in a million years, you know? Oh, man. It's nuts. I'm in such a different place than I am nowadays. Nowadays, I'm in such a place than I've ever been, really. Like, I don't even know what to call it, but I'll put this explanation on it. I just passed a Cracker Barrel, and I thought, Cracker Barrel, breakfast food, that sounds good. Except for I didn't have the "that sounds good" part come out. Like, I don't have any desire. I would only want to eat at Cracker Barrel. I don't have any desire to eat at Denny's. And that's like, first time ever that I'm ever really feeling that. Because I love breakfast so bad. And I would always basically feel like having breakfast, you know? Oh yeah, guess what, guys? We're about to have a total adventure at the gas station. Yes, we are. We're about to have some gas. Sorry, not that. No, that came out wrong. And that came out wrong too. No. This is not about flatulence, okay? This is this is gasoline gas, okay? We're about to have some gas. And that came out wrong. Well, hopefully when that happens, it doesn't come out too wrong. Let's just, say that. That was pretty funny. Anyway, yeah, so I debunked I solved my anxiety, at least for now, about the tires and about what the heck am I going to do, because my tires I need to get tires and I don't have the money for it. What am I going to do? I've kind of solved that because I figured out $40 a tire is like so not even bad. It's not even funny. It's like so doable. It's not even funny. It's almost like slap your mama cheap. That's how cheap it is. And I love the aesthetic of this view right now, but I'm going to take you out of here, son, because you can't be in there forever. You got to move on with your life, camera. You got to see what's going on in life. Okay, this is what I see. This is life right now. This is a POV purchase. Anyway. You can't look at this. You're not about to see what I'm about to do. Don't you be looking over here. Don't be looking at what I'm doing. Don't be guessing which numbers I'm hitting. Don't even do that. It's just wrong. You'll never know. You will never know. I will never tell you. Don't be looking for my fingerprints on the buttons. Don't be doing that. Anyway, yeah, as the story goes on, this story so far, my favorite band ever. I'm probably not supposed to be filming. That's probably like a thing, like, you can't film at my gas station. Anyway, here I am. There's old Bob Ross right there. There's not much left of him because the sun got to him. It's been a rough life. It's been a rough life, Bob. He's just been burning in the sun so long. But yeah, let's see. I'm just gonna do this for now because it's just like maybe a positive angle. Not capture anyone against their will, that kind of thing. But so yeah, I figured out about my tires, $40 a pop. That's freaking awesome. So even though, yeah, so I have a week to pay my insurance. That was a freaking breath of fresh air that gave me all the breath I needed and all the life I needed. That was so relieving. And then, so I'm thinking I have to pay like $100 for this Easy Pass, right? And I almost had it. Almost had about $100. And then that's when I realized I had a screw. Oh, there's the popo right there. Oh, shoot. So when I realized I had a screw in the tire, So that's not cool. But I have an air pumper in my back seat in there. I have a little air pumper that plugs into the cigarette lighter. Comes in mega handy. I'm getting a full tank right now. I'm so lucky. I'm so thankful. So thankful that I'm able to do this right now. So thankful for real. Yeah. Oh shoot. Thanks Biden. This is actually a good gas station. $3.29. Can't really see it, but it's $3.29. Yowza! $37. That's not too bad compared to what it's been. Not like that Trump gas though, you know what I'm saying? Everybody misses that Trump gas. Whether you admit it or not. Alright, so we're back in the lab. Here we go. Get back on that old aesthetic here where we were looking at the little parked car. Yeah. I love this. This This is like real-time videos. This is like exclusive. For some reason, it has like that aesthetic because it's like at night. It's like the I don't know. For some reason, I hear some like I don't know what to call it. Hip hop, underground hip hop playing like dum 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 dum, and like this beat, just this chime is like going fast, and then you hear a guy go like out of nowhere, something like that, make the sound of a gun, like just for like that, you know. Anyway, I'm not crazy. No, I'm definitely not crazy. This is fun, and I'm having fun. That's what this is. You can have good, clean, fun kids, absolutely, and live a good, clean life, and you'll get a full tank of gas with good karma as well. So don't feel bad about it. Anyway, so yes, I solved the tire problem. So when I got the screw in it today, I was like, actually, that's not so bad. I'm kind of nervous, but that sucker's holding air. My thing came on and says you didn't need some air in it, and I put some air in it. Didn't need that much, so that was cool. And luckily, the tire place I'm going to tomorrow is actually open on Saturday, which is wonderful. I'm gonna go in there tomorrow and get this tire fixed with the screw in it. Hopefully, it ain't gonna cost an arm and a leg. And if it does, I'm just gonna say, sorry, bro, don't fix it. I'm gonna get a $40 tire on Monday. I'm gonna ride on this. I'm gonna ride on this screwed up tire. You know what I'm saying? This tire is screwed up. Right. Oh man, you know. I guess, pardon the language, but if I go to get the tire fixed and he says it's too much, I'll say, screw it. You know, I think that's what screw it. No. Yeah, anyway. Let's see. It's been so cooler today. So much cooler today than it's been. It's been a freaking inferno sauna, like fat, sweaty 400-pound guy sitting next to you. Like, it's been hotter lately than two fat, sweaty, shirtless 400-pound guys sitting next to you in a sauna, breathing out of their mouths because their noses are stuffed up, and they're just like, and you're like, That's how hot it's been. That's how hot it's been. And so the weather today was actually good. It was actually cool and nice, you know, right? Nice. And you know what? If you're not enjoying this video, I'm not sure why you're watching it. No. No, that's not what I meant to say. What I meant to say was, like, I think this is actually an enjoyable video. I think it honestly is. Actually, I honestly do. I really do. Yeah, it's interesting. I don't know if I want you guys to follow me home, because I'll like take you to my home and show you where I live. I don't think I'm gonna do that. That's kind of dangerous, putting that on YouTube. That's pretty dangerous. Like, yo, this is where I live, bro. This is how I get to my house, bro. I'm going to sleep soon, so, you know, if this video uploads in an hour, you can come over and rob me. Like, no. That's hilarious. But yeah, so all this stuff happened, and I'm like, bro, I'm just going and going and going. So I took my last order tonight. What I thought was my last order. Yeah, it was my last order at the time. And this double grocery order, 2 Aldi's orders, and I was like, okay, I'll take this way, it's fine. And this will put me like $70, maybe close to 80 even. I hadn't even fathomed how much money it was going to be, right? Out of my $100 and some goal for the, you know, just desperate goal for like desperate measures. Like, I can dash tomorrow, but give me a break. I need this money now, is what I thought. So I take those grocery orders, think it's the last order of the night, and get over there to drop the stuff off and call the customer because I can't get in the building. She's like, what the heck are you doing there? I'm like, dog, this is where you sent me, though. And she's like, well, look, trust, that's not where I want you to be. She's like, you're at my work. I need you to be at my home with my groceries. And I was like, shoot. And she's like, I live a half an hour away from there. I was like, oh, real shoot. And I'm like willing to help her out and stuff, but I was just like, oh, man, I'm trying to go home, blah, blah, blah. I was like, so she's like, it's okay if we can cancel this order. I'm like, dude, I got your groceries like here with me. Canceling the order is what? I just have to go back to the store and give it back, or what, you know? I was like, why don't you just, I'll call you back. So I called DoorDash and figured out what to do. And DoorDash was like, bro, I don't know what you should do. And I was like, dude, like, are you 14 and like you are customer service right now through the chat? Like, give me a break, dog. That's how it sounded. They literally sounded like they were 14 years old through the text in the chat, because it's just that's how DoorDash rolls. You got to get chat help and stuff, so you can't just call someone and be like, hey, yo, this is what's going on. You got to go through a whole bunch of survey nonsense, and automated systems are ridiculous. But anyway, they're like, bro, like, do you have the right address though? And I'm like, DoorDash, like, come on, you're supposed to know this. No, I told you no. And they were just it was being convoluted. And I was just like, you know what? Let me drop this order off real quick, this other order here, and then I'll get with this lady who I'm far away from. So I called her back and I was like, hey, I will bring it to you. It's not a big deal. If you want to give me like $5 extra, that would be great. She's like, oh yeah, okay. And she felt really bad. I was like, okay, well, no big deal. I just want to get this done. And, it was nice to help her out. It was a chance. It was a chance to serve somebody. And I did that. And that was good. That was good. I felt good, and it was good. And just wait, there's more Billy Mays. But wait, there's more. But wait, there's more. And at this point, you guys are so done. I'm sure you're probably done. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe you guys are just chilling, enjoying the ride. Maybe, right? It's a vibe, right? It's a vibe. I think it's a vibe. Anyway, I got a nice smoothie I'm still working on because this sucker is huge. It's like a 32-ounce smoothie. Green smoothie, too. It's got like kale and apple, and it's good. It's good. So, I take the stuff to the lady. She's like, oh, don't worry, take your time, And I was like, dog, I ain't trying to be all, But she was nice. I was like, thank you. I was like, okay, cool, So I take her stuff to her, and she was off the beaten path. She was off the beaten path. She was like 30 minutes away for sure, but she was off the beaten path. Like, I'm telling you, she was off the beaten path. She was out there. Like, out there. I was like, dog, like, how far does the road go? Still went on for some time, but she was out there, buddy. Take the food up to her and stuff, and I leave it on the doorstep, and I'm like, no sign at all. And I'm like, dog, like, you told me you're gonna be $5, so I'm ringing your doorbell. I'm knocking on your door. And she came up, and she was like kind of out of it. Like, she didn't seem impaired. She just seemed out of it, as in comprehension. Like, she didn't seem stupid. She just seemed like out of it, like kind of like aloof. She seemed quite aloof. She was with it, but not with it, if that makes sense. It's hard to describe her anyway. She was conscious of everything that was going on, but she was just like kind of not making sense of everything. And I was like, oh, like, what's going on, Like, I don't think she was high. She wasn't on any drugs or anything like that, or drunk or drinking or anything like that. I could tell it all. Don't think so, but still, it's kind of odd. She said, so do you want that $5? I was like, yeah, if you don't mind, And she really should have given me like 10. Honestly, 10 or 15 for sympathy. Anyway, half an hour drive for delivery is, I don't know, out of the usual. Like, I drove about a half an hour to get to her work from the food place. And that was closer to the direction of my house. And yes, it's where the other customer lived too, but still, And I told her 5. I was like, yeah, it's okay. So she said, oh yeah, well, I got to get it. It's in my car. I was like, okay. So she went out there and got it. And she's talking to me a little bit, and we're talking and stuff. And she gives me the $5, and I look at it, and I honestly was expecting it was going to be something more than $5. I thought it was going to be like 10, 20. Actually, I thought, when she first handed it to me, I thought it was a 20. I thought it was a 20 for sure. I was like, yo, thank you so much. That's really nice. And I thanked her like it was a 20. I thanked her like it was 100. I just was appreciative and took it and went on the way. She gave me exactly $5, which was, it was nice, but still. Anyway, so all this money adds up, and I'm like, yo, I got like a decent amount. I'm looking, I got like $80. I was like, $80? That's freaking awesome. Yes. I was too tired to comprehend. Too tired, really. And so I'm on my way back home, and going through the town, I dash in. I'm like, I'm getting me a smoothie. I'm getting me a green smoothie. It's been a long day. I deserve a green smoothie. So I go in there. And these suckers are like $7. You can expect to spend like $7 or $8 on a smoothie, depending on how big it is. And I don't have an arm and a leg to spend on a daggone smoothie. Like, no, I don't have that. I can't do that. I'm not about to spend like $10 on a smoothie. Not today. And so let's see, what? I go in there, and then the girl was she's super nice. She was cute. But I'm not interested, and I'm not looking. But she was cute. She was super cute, and she was really nice. And it was just like, wow, this is pleasant. This is pleasant. This is nice. And just, talking to me. She's very down to earth, very calm, very patient, very kind, very good customer service, everything. Wonderful. 10 out of 10. 5 stars. And I ordered what I wanted, and she's like, what size? And I was like, oh, a 20. And I saw they were like $7.89 or something. I was like, man, even the smallest one's like $7.89. I was like, ah. So I wasn't feeling so great about the price, right? I'm like, just give me a 20, the smallest one, And then she goes, oh, well, our 32s are only $5 today because it's Friday. I was like, what? Only $5? Ah, take my money. So I got the bigger one. That was the blessing. I got a bigger smoothie for $5. And it was just wonderful. And then I got it, and I told her my story. I said, you want to hear something cool? I told her the story about the lady and the $5. And now the $5 smoothie. And when it all clicked for her, she was like, oh my gosh. She's like, whoa. It like touched her. It did. It just shook her a little bit. She was like, whoa. She's like, thank you so much for sharing that. That's wonderful. That's amazing. She was like, her mind was blown. It was so cool. I loved it. I loved sharing that story because it was absolutely true. And I could have not shared it. I chose to share it, and look what happened. Something really, really awesome happened, which is so great, Anyway, so thankful. And after that, I took another order, which was crazy. What I can say is, don't be, what is the word? The inappropriate way of saying that is don't be a hoe for money. Don't be a hoe. Don't be a hoe for money, basically, is what I'm trying to say in a nicer way. Like, don't be a slave to money. I accepted another order after that, which I shouldn't have. I should have just gone straight home. But I was like, nah, man, I need that money though. It was a greedy acceptance of that order, and it took me into a crazy place. I had to go not so far, but to a CVS to get these fake eyelashes for a girl. I was getting paid like $11 to do it, and I was like, that's the kind of order I want, And it took me into this kind of shady neighborhood. It's getting dark, and there's like this little black kid like out, and it's getting dark, and he's riding his bike around in the parking lot, and he's like smiling at me. And I'm like, dude, like, does anyone know you're out here? Like, man, come on, this is creepy. This is not creepy, but this is, yeah, it was creepy. It was kind of like, man, what's going on? I walk up to the department place to take the stuff in there, and there's 3 ladies sitting on the steps of the apartment door, not the apartment door to the customer, the apartment door to the complex to get in to all the other doors. And they're smoking weed. I'm pretty sure, like, it smelled like weed there. I'm pretty sure they're smoking weed. Like, just sitting there in plain sight in public, smoking weed on the step. They had a candle set up. They, like, had some music playing on their phone. They're all talking, just vibing. I was like, what the heck is going on here? So I had to walk through the party. I had to literally walk through the party. And they're like, it's like awkward. And they saw what I had, and like, oh, that's probably Shaniqua. She probably bought those. And I was like, I don't really want to, like, talk to you right now. Like, I'm just trying to get this done so I can get out of here if you don't mind. And so I kind of like laughed it off a little bit and didn't really talk to them. Get to the door to give the customer the eyelashes. I walk up there. I'm trying to figure out. I'm tired at this point. I'm still tired. Like, I stayed up till 3 last night. I'm tired now. I was tired then. But sharing this is really helpful. Actually, it actually really lightens the load. And sorry for the ugly view there. I just noticed it. It's like not really that pretty because of my windshield. But I'm getting some windshield wiper fluid, believe you me. I surely am. I tell you what. I'm looking around at the doors, trying to figure out which door is hers, right? And a door opens, and there's this girl standing there looking at me, and she's barely got any clothes on. And I'm like, everything about what was happening told me this is my customer, and these eyelashes are for her. She's standing there, and she's waiting, and I'm like, not comprehending. And then I just was like, okay. And then I just realized it was her. And I said, oh yeah, the eyelashes, right? And she's like, yeah. And I was like, oh. I was like, well, this thing's asking for a PIN number. You have a PIN number? She's like, yeah. And she told me, and I was like, oh, okay. So I told it. She was like, it was very crazy. She had a very scandalous outfit on. It was very sketchy. This whole situation was very sketchy. And I was tired. And the whole situation was proof to me that I didn't belong where I was. I should have said no. $10.75 is not worth it. It's just not worth it. And long story short, so I'm on my way back, and I take another order for like $16. I'm like, yeah, we're going to get this order now. I was like, you know what? I kind of want to go home. I am definitely tired, but you know what? I want that money, and now it's getting busy. And then I started having thoughts telling myself, like, yeah, well, you know what? The night doesn't care about you, Justin. The money doesn't care about you. These orders don't care about you. You have to care about you. You have to take care of you. Because if you don't take care of you, ain't nobody else out here going to take care of you. They do not care about you, really. You know, nobody's going to take care of you like that, is what I'm saying. And so, you know, yeah, I just got low battery on my phone. Son of a gun. But at least it didn't interrupt the video. That's wonderful. Yes, we'll be wrapping up soon. Anyway, I took the $16 order, go to the grocery store. The good news is finally coming at the end. This is the granddaddy blessing. So the baby blessing was the smoothie. It was wonderful. The granddaddy blessing is afoot. It's about to be, you're about to hear it. You're about to hear it. It's not really that great, but it is great. It is, honestly. It is, but it isn't. It is, but it isn't. I don't want you to have the wrong impression, but it is really, really great. Actually, it's really awesome. So I go to this grocery store, do the $16 order. I'm in there, I'm just like, and these people want all these bakery items, and they're just like looking at the stuff, and it ain't there. I'm like, oh, dog, you gotta substitute this. I was like, oh. And I went to the third, I was like, nah, dude, I ain't doing this order. I ain't doing it. I'm like, I've done enough. I gotta stop. So I dropped it and left the $16 order right there. Left it. And then so I go out to my car afterwards, and I pull out the paper in my glove box with the E-ZPass information on it, and I have $90 now. I'm like, yeah, boy, 90 out of my goal of like 110, 120. Like I need 100. I need like I'm praying I only need like 110, 120. I'm praying that I need that much. That's very important to the story. I'm praying that it's only like 110, 120. And I'm going, you know what? If I got 90, that's freaking awesome, because that's not very much for tomorrow that I'll have to work for. And the notice on the bill is like July 29th, which was a very big blessing in disguise today. Like today's the 26th. That gives me 3 more days before I have to pay it, right? Which is more time than I thought I had. But it gets better. I talked to the E-ZPass person on the phone like a week ago about everything, and they're like, yeah, it's going to cost you $100 and some to get caught up and to like get straight, and then you can put a balance on your thing so you don't keep getting charged. I was like, yeah, and so you don't have to get, so we'll charge you $250 each time instead of $6, which can become $28 if you're irresponsible, which is insane, right? That's what happened to me last year. I'm trying to go there again, like I said. And so she told me all this stuff, and I'm thinking, like, I got in my head, I got to get this stuff done, I got to get this stuff paid. Now. I can't take any chances. I can't let what happened last year happen to me again. No. So I get into the car, I enter up the information on my piece of paper that I got in the mail, and it was only for $12 on the thing, but that ain't all I got to pay. So I logged in the mailing number on there, and it said my balance was like $106. And I'm like, okay, that's not so bad, actually. I know there's still more coming because I've been crossing the bridge with no balance on my toll thing, but still, it's pish pot. That is small potatoes. That is definitely small potatoes compared to what I was afraid of. And so I'm like, $100 and some. I'm like, that's not so bad. I'm looking at it. I'm looking at the transactions, and only two of them are due in 3 days. 2 of them. The rest are like due. Like most of them are due in 2 weeks. And then there's some that are even due further out than that. And so I'm like, what the heck, yo? So I calculated all. I pay the 2 that are due in 3 days. Bam. It's like so much relief injected into my being because of that. And then that leaves like $42 due in like 2 weeks. I got 2 weeks to pay $42. So I went from having to pay $120 in 2 days to $42 in 2 weeks. That's a freaking amazing. Big blessing. Blessing. Long story short, get up, get out there, go to work, show up, do your thing, put your effort in, and it pays the freak off. My girlfriend's calling me. Oh my gosh, life doesn't get any better. Talk to you soon, guys.